Here on our fifth wheels, you will either have an electric or hydraulic. Whether it's electric or hydraulic, you still need 12 volts to operate, so if your 12 volt system is low, these systems are very sensitive to it. Besides that, hitting auto level and allowing the jacks to go down and do its thing while you're not moving inside the unit, it'll take care of the rest. Now keep in mind that if you ever have an issue with these, the first thing you want to check is that 12 volt system, and there is a fuse located oftentimes in this front cargo bay for that system, and it's not located up in your breaker panel by the rest. So a couple little tips in regards to that. If it is a hydraulic system, of course you're going to have a motor and a hydraulic reservoir that you need to make sure that you keep the proper level on, and I will always suggest you do not add hydraulic fluid unless everything is fully retracted. That includes your slide outs and your front jacks. On travel trailers, you'll have two different types of systems, this being one of them. This is an electric stabilizer. These legs will come down at the push of a button. They also have an override on them. They are 12 volts. They have a little circuit breaker generally in line on the side of the motor. This is a resettable breaker and generally resets on its own. So if you ever have an issue where it is not operating, give it a second and you might hear it click. In the event that it continues to trip on you, then you may have an issue with the unit. Main thing to remember walking away from these jacks is that these are stabilizers only. They are not levelers. So whenever you pull up to a park, you need to use the leveling blocks to put your tires on to get the unit set left to right, and use your tongue jack from front to back, and then you can set these down, and this helps reduce any movement inside the unit whenever you're walking through it. This is the last type of jack system that you'll generally see on travel trailers. This is another type stabilizer jack, or stab jack as they call it. This is a manual jack. You'll run it down with your rod right here, and all you want to do once again is stabilize it under your tires with leveling blocks, get it correct left to right, and then you will use your tongue jack to get it right from front to back. These are meant to stabilize and reduce the movement inside your unit. So all you want to do is touch the ground, maybe a little bit more, and you can also put blocks underneath to try to keep it in the best diamond shape that you can. This will help stabilize it even more. If you extend these all the way out to where they are straight up and down, the unit will move, it will bend these jacks, and it will cost you. Manufacturers do not cover overextending these jacks or trying to actually lift your unit and level it with them. That will cause damage. That is not what they're intended for. So use them for stabilization only and you'll never have a problem. Tongue jacks on your travel trailers are 12 volt operated. Easy way to know if you're getting 12 volts to them is operating that light on the front to see if it comes on. This will let you know you're getting 12 volts. That way you know if the motor is not operating at that time, you might have an actual issue with the jack. If that light does not turn on, you don't have 12 volts. If you follow this line right here on the side of it, you're going to find an inline fuse, generally a 30 amp fuse. Check that fuse and make sure that it is not blown. You also want to check your battery and make sure you have good 12 volts there as well. Once again, 12 volt operated, it can be overridden from the top with the handle that's in your front compartment. And before you do that, disconnect that power by just pulling the fuse, and you can manually operate this jack if it ever faults on you.